He said, stop, I feel like we're being watched. And I'm like, what do you mean you feel like we're being watched? He's like, yeah, up there. Like, I feel like somebody's watching us through that vent. Hello. How are you guys? Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel where you too can be beautiful from the inside out. If you are new here, thank you so much for clicking on my video. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for clicking and returning. Here, I am dedicated to teaching my audience practical things to do every day to live a more peaceful existence. Isn't that what we all want? Just to be at peace with the world and ourselves. If you are interested, make sure that you subscribe, comment, like, subscribe again. And follow me on Instagram and TikTok. Today, I will be exposing myself and exposing my true feelings and how my subconscious really feels and how I feel about myself, I guess, in a way. Not specifically this one, but yeah. How I'm going to be doing that, I'm going to be telling you my intimate dream, and I'm going to sit here and give you a summary of the key words in my dreams that I looked up, the definition of them, and the conclusion that I came to on what this dream meant. I also did a tarot read for myself on dream interpretation, but I didn't include any of that here because it pretty much told me the same thing that I'm going to tell you. It just made it more solidified. It solidified it. And so I'm just choosing not to include the tarot cards on here because it was going to be too long of a video and just unnecessary to interpret trading dreams. You do not need tarot cards or to pull tarot cards or do divination tools in order to tell you what your dreams meant. You could literally just get any old dream dictionary book or even go on to dreammoods.com. I'm going to put the link down below in the description box. Jeez. In the description box. And hopefully you will be inspired by this video to dive into what your dreams mean to you. Let's move on. So I'm going to be referring to this person as Johnny, and Johnny is my ex. Yeah, that's all you need to know about Johnny. Johnny is my ex, and in my dream, and I was with another friend. I'm not gonna say her name because she doesn't even know she was part of my dream, but she was. But her name is Amber. Let's go with Amber. So me, Amber, and Johnny went to the club, and Johnny and I in this situation were also broken up. We were not together, as similar to my waking life. And Johnny was dancing with everybody else, talking to everybody else, doing the most, having a great time, just talking to anybody that wasn't me. He kept like looking at me, making eye contact, and making it very known that he was, interested in me still. And I was angry. I was thinking to myself, like, why is he always so far from me? Like, I know he wants to be next to me. Why doesn't he just come up and dance with me? Like, why does he have to spend all this time with all these other people except for me? Like, I'm right here. Hello, I want you. You want me. Why are you wasting your time? So it got to the point where he finally came up to me. He finally started dancing with me, and instantly my anger went away. I was happy to be with him. I was happy to be dancing with him. I was happy to spend time with him. I was so excited that me and Johnny were finally spending the time that we wanted together, that I wanted to spend with him. And so from then on, we went back to the car, and then we stopped by CVS, and I was like, oh, I should get condoms. So I got condoms, and I was super embarrassed buying the condoms. And then whatever, I got back in the car, and then we ended up at a UFC convention. What connection this has is that my high school sweetheart was into MMA fighting and all this, and he made a little appearance in this part of the dream. So I'm guessing that my subconscious was connecting something with that, because I don't really watch MMA fights. I would, off topic, it's not that I don't enjoy it, because I learned to enjoy it because of said person, but I don't really sit here and watch UFC fights. All I know is George McGregor is good and Ronda Rousey's a cocky cunt. That's all I know. Sorry, Rhonda. We went to this event and we were in the crowd and we were watching like the stage. Then we got hungry. I went to the bar. I ordered us both food. I ordered an alcoholic drink, which I don't drink anymore. And I ordered like salmon. I'm raw vegan. Don't know why I ordered that, but whatever. Then we sat down at a bench. We ate, we talked, we drank. Then we ended up in a pool, being like, we were pretty much trying to have sexual intercourse, but like stuff kept happening. We kept getting interrupted. Then like in one, like I immersed my entire head down. Then I came back up and he turned into my high school sweetheart. I was not confused at all. It was just normal. Like it just happened. I don't know what. And then whatever, we got out of the pool and then we went back to the hotel or house or Airbnb and it was back to Johnny. And we got in the bed and we were both sexually charged, but we were about to do intercourse. And then he said, stop, I feel like we're being watched. And I'm like, what do you mean you feel like we're being watched? He's like, yeah, up there, like I feel like somebody's watching us through that vent. So I went and I unscrewed the vent out of the ceiling and it was actually one of our his friends, my ex co-worker, that him and I had a lot of problems, to say the least. We had a lot of issues. And yeah, that was it. That was the end of my dream. I woke up. The first thing I do is write it down. If you want to start interpreting your dreams, you always want to start by writing it down first thing in the morning, because if you wait, this happens to me, I forget. You will forget details. And if you don't remember anything and you remember like you saw a shoe, you write down, I saw a shoe. That's it. You eventually will gain up the retention to remember your dreams, and it will come super easily to you. No longer have an issue remembering your dreams. But I wrote it down, and then what I thought it meant for me personally, what I thought it meant is that I miss him, obviously, that I miss Johnny, and that like me and him were connecting through dreams and spiritual crap. I think I you know, whatever. I just thought that I had everything to do with him and nothing with me, which is very typical. I actually sat down and wrote down the dream and started doing interpretations on what the dream actually meant. So I'm going to read you a list of things on what I researched, what I searched. So alcohol. So every meaning has like when I bought the dictionary, it has like 3 meanings to it. If it really doesn't resonate, if what the dream is telling you what it means and it just truly doesn't resonate with what you're feeling, there's 2 options. Either one, you're really just blocking that part out and you're in denial and you literally cannot see it. And you're like, no, that's not true. That's not true. That's not true. That's not true. You're in denial. You will eventually see it. But the second is that that's not what it means in this dream. Okay, so I'm gonna go with the definitions of what I searched up in my dream book in order to come up with this meaning of what my dream meant. Alcohol is to let go and go with the flow. Anger, suffering, divine displeasure, and also inability to express myself in waking life. There are emotions that maybe I don't feel comfortable expressing in waking life that I am comfortable feeling in my dream, because otherwise like that's the only place that I could take them out. Throat, there was a time in the water where I felt like I was choking, like when I was underwater, and that has vulnerability again, and the need for self-expression, this is the second time that this is popping up into my dream. At the end, the mattress, maybe I'm not meeting my own basic needs, because that's not exactly what the mattress meant, because apparently the mattress means like being comfortable and being comfortable in my space, but I felt discomfort due to being spied on by somebody. So I don't think that it meant comfort. I think it was discomfort and like just I'm not meeting my own basic needs perhaps. My ex, Johnny, I needed to connect with the feelings that I was feeling towards him. I have connection of attachment and sexually connected to him. So what I got from this is that I'm going to continue. I'm going to explain it. The pool, a form of cleansing that I need. A form of cleansing. I need to come closer to my emotions. I got choked up, so I have resistance, but I am trying to cleanse myself and feel my emotions out. Contraception, the condom. Fear pregnancy, which I'm not really going to get into that, but I've always said I didn't want kids. I didn't feel like I still felt like this because of another thing that happened to me, experience. Maybe I'll do a video on it in the future, but essentially I worked on it through that, and I didn't think that I still had a fear of having kids and like pregnancy and all that, but apparently I still do. Kiss, we were making out in the pool. I am aware of what I need. Sexual desire, I feel the need that I am not whole, so I'm searching elsewhere instead of figuring out how to properly heal myself. So what all this means to me is that basically I need to learn how to express myself and speak up more and fulfill my basic needs. I get choked up when I get emotional, which is very true. I tend to shut off. I tend to think to myself. I tend to really not know what to do with the feelings that I have inside. I tend to sit on them until I know what the right move is to do, because I would hate to say something that I don't mean, and that's maybe hurting me. Yeah, talking and expressing myself has always been an issue for me, and that's come with my spiritual awakening and like self-growth and evolving. I've really learned to recognize that, and I've also learned that like if something angers me, I'm so easy to scream and protect myself and put my guard up instead of actually being able to communicate what it is that I'm feeling. Like in that moment when I'm so angry, I don't even know what to do. I don't know what to say. I just want to like tell you you're dumb. That's literally what I want to do, and that's not a proper way to express myself and express my feelings, and that's not going to make me feel better, and it's definitely not going to make the other party feel better, and it's definitely not going to find a solution for the situation. It's important for us as humans to be able to release our emotions, be able to release what's going on in here for our psyche, for our well-being, and being able to let things go. You have to not bottle it up, and that's something that I need to work on, clearly. And according to like my ex and why my ex was there, my need to be sexual desire just shows that I feel that I need a partner, or that I need somebody there to be validated and to feel whole, which I can attest to that. Like that is true. I've always been a relationship girl. I think I only had like 2 years to myself, 2 or 3 years that I was genuinely single. That was from my high school sweetheart. I met somebody when I was 19. And then I was wifed up, quote unquote, because my last relationship was a little bit crazy. I wouldn't call that wifed up, but I was wifed up until like 6 months ago. So that's a really, really long time that I was with somebody and I was seeking validation with anybody. And like my 20s are to explore myself, be myself, and explore what I want to do, what Linda wants to do, instead of finding that validation within someone. So like this dream just really solidifies what I've been feeling and what I've been knowing ever since the breakup. I've been kind of just like realizing how much weight I put on the relationship and how much like need I needed. Like if we were hanging out, like that's it. Like you are all that matters. You're all I want. You're all I see. Anything you want to do. You want to go eat? Let's go eat. What do you want to eat? You want to watch this? Let's go watch this. Oh, you want to listen to this type of music? Let's listen to this type of music. Like I just didn't have space for myself because it was my fault. And I really need to like snip and learn how to be with myself and make myself happy and not have that void in my heart that because I don't have somebody by my side or somebody to talk to or somebody to vent to or like just a partner. Like, yeah, it's really nice to have that person. Don't get me wrong. And in the future, I do hope that I find that perfect person for me. But how can I find that perfect person for me if I don't even know myself well enough to know what I want? You know what I mean? So that's what this dream is about. And also like him partying and like him doing all that and being outgoing and having friends. He's very well known for like being a party guy. Johnny has a lot of group of friends. I would consider him a pretty popular guy. And he's definitely a people person. He's an extrovert. He's an introvert, but he's an extrovert. And he's everything I'm not. And him being angry just shows that like those aspects of him are stuff that I need to integrate in myself and that I have not accepted within myself. I have my group of friends, but I tend to spend a lot of time, alone. I spend a lot of time alone, and I spend a lot of time like working most of the time, either reading, doing yoga, trying to work out, trying to edit my video. Playtime is like watching TV. And what my dream was telling me is that I need to like let go and spend time with my friends, make time to hang out with them. So what I've done about that is I've just scheduled 2 days out of the month. I know that sounds crazy, 2 days, but 2 days is actually a lot for me. I tend to need to recharge after I hang out with people, because it's just like, I'm an introvert. It's a lot for me to hang out with people. Like, the effort of leaving my house and driving somewhere, and like, it's just so much. But I do enjoy it once I do it. So I've scheduled time for myself to hang out with my friends, and what I'm gonna do is make like an activity plan and like just go for it and invite everybody, and whoever wants to come comes, and if they don't, then I guess I'm having a day out by myself, you know what I mean? So that's what I've done about that. I need to also work on expressing myself in situations. I don't really know what I'm gonna do about that. All I know is that the only step that I could take from here is recognize when I'm doing it and do the best at like being able to express myself. I had a little quarrel with somebody the other day after this dream, and I think that I handled it pretty well. But I still need to learn how to express myself more properly and pinpoint what my feelings are and communicate it to the T, instead of like vaguely communicating and just not really, like, I don't even understand what's going on. You know what I mean? How are they gonna understand what's going on? So I need to work on that. And as you could see, things are not always what they seem. Your dreams may seem like they mean something, but they may be telling you something else about yourself that you are not willing to accept yet. Like me having to hang out with my friends more because I work too much and I don't have enough playtime, which I didn't think was a bad thing. But now that I think about it, I'm going to burn out if I don't do anything ever. So yeah, that's it for my video. I hope that you took something away from this, and I hope that you learned from my video. That is the goal here. I hope that you start incorporating dream interpretation into your daily life and make it a habit to figure out what is going on with you in a subconscious level, and get to know yourself on a deeper level. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe too. Thank you so much. You two are beautiful. Bye.